Well, hello, 14 Eagles family. This is Brian Frazier, your facilitator for 14 Eagles, and I'd like to welcome you to the Thursday night 14 Eagles webinar conference call. We're here every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'd like to welcome you. Um, uh, Greg was running a little late, so he apologized. He had to take care of some stuff, um, but I'm at the helm, so we'll move forward and hope that he has a chance to make it in. Um, as always, what I like to do is just go over the whole 14 Eagles information as far as where 14 Eagles is at. We're doing a great job as always. I always tip my hat off to you guys that are helping others to go through the 14 Eagles platform and how to get started going through the process. You're always doing a fantastic job in doing that. And I'd like to commend those that have called in, and we helped walk them through the process. You're picking it up very well, and and as you see, it's not that difficult. It's very simple. It's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. And uh, I, unfortunately, it's not as automated as we would like to have it, but it is the way that it is for a reason. Okay, because 14 Eagles is a gifting platform, and the authorities, they frown on gifting platforms. So we had to keep it in a way that's such that the people are in control of it, not 14 Eagles. 14 Eagles is not in control of this platform. You are, okay, and without you, nothing happens. All right, this platform is designed for the people. Okay, 14 Eagles does not control the gifts. They do not control the monies. Um, they don't control anything. Only thing 14 Eagles does is make sure that the platform is functional, and that's the key. So anything that happens, it happens because of you, and because you're out here showing people how to send and receive gifts and going through the process. That's what's making it work. And so I really commend you for that. And I just encourage you to keep up the good work. So now, with that being said, I want to go in to our presentation. As many of you may have seen this before, you know that we don't really have a canned presentation. Everything that we talk about in 14 Eagles is straight from the heart. Um, so that's why we don't encourage people to try to present this per se. Just bring people to the community website and let them see what 14 Eagles is all about. Bring them to the Thursday night webinar. Let them see what 14 Eagles is all about. You don't have to explain it. That's the great part about this. You don't have to explain anything. Okay? Let our system do it for you. And that's the key. All right? As I said, we encourage you to go to the 14 Eagles community website, which is located at www.14eaglesden.com. That's the number 14, Eagles with an S, DEN.com. And when you go to that website, on the home page, we want you to scroll down to where you see the welcome. And if you go to the welcome, this will give you a good synopsis of what 14 Eagles is all about. Okay? It'll give you the concept of 14 Eagles and put it in perspective for you. Because a lot of people get the misconception about what 14 Eagles is about because of the gifting aspect of it. And we're more than just gifting, as you will see. And so we really encourage you to read the welcome so you can get a good perspective of what 14 Eagles is all about and why we're here. All right? Because we don't want you to get confused with other gifting platforms or any MLMs that are out there and any other types of businesses that are out there. All right, this is a whole different animal here. All right, 14 Eagles is a community-based type of platform, and you're going to hear that word throughout this conversation. Community. Community is the key to what we do here. Everything is about the community, and you are the community. And so we as individuals, we build our own communities that creates a community in general or in whole. All right, if that makes sense. So without the community, this is nothing. All right. We don't make money here at 14 Eagles. We don't sell anything here at 14 Eagles. So if you came here to make a lot of money, this is the wrong place, okay, as far as the platform is concerned. But now we have partnered with others where you can make money, okay, and we will show you how to do that as well. All right. So if you want to make money, you can come here, but the platform itself is not about money. It's about community. And as you'll see, as you build a community, guess what? Money automatically comes. And so that's why community is the key, right? So read this welcome. I think you'll be very pleased what you see in this welcome, and it will explain to you what 14 Eagles is truly all about. One of the things that I always like to point out in the welcome, which is my favorite line in the welcome, is this line right here where it says, there's a universal law, God's law. Whatever you give out into the universe, you will get back in abundance. And that right there is the key line in this whole synopsis here. You know, be careful what you put out into the universe. All right? Give out the right intentions, and you'll get the right intentions coming back to you. Because the universe does not discriminate. Believe me in that. Okay? The universe does not discriminate. If you put out bad intentions, guess what? You will get bad intentions. Right? You will get bad things coming back to you. But if you put out good intentions, if your intentions are good, guess what? You'll get back good intentions coming to you, and they'll come to you tenfold. So that's why that line is in there, because we want you to pay attention to what you put out into the universe, what you give out to others, what energy that you put out to others, because that's the energy that you're going to get back in abundance. Does that make sense? And so as you're doing the 14 Eagles platform and you're helping others, as long as you genuinely like helping other people, genuinely, not just to help others just to make money, okay, but you genuinely want to help somebody, guess what? It's going to come back to you tenfold. And that's just a universal principle. All right, and then if you scroll down a little further, you'll see the video here, our video row. We have a series of videos here that we really encourage people to watch these videos. The reason why we have these videos, these particular videos down here, is because we feel here at 14 Eagles that you have to be in the proper mind, have to have the proper mindset to help build a community such as 14 Eagles. All right, because it's all about service to others. And so you have to kind of shift your thinking, okay, into that road, into that realm of helping others. All right, and if we learn how to shift our thinking just a little bit, shift our thinking, and make that paradigm shift in the way that we think, then that's when things really start to happen for you. All right, and not just in 14 Eagles, but in anything that you do. All right, and so these videos will help shift your thinking. And so it will give you information that you otherwise don't get on a daily basis. And so when you get this information, we encourage you to go and research this information. Just don't take it verbatim. Take the information and go and research what you hear and see in this information. And as you go and research more and more about the information that you see in these videos, and these are very short videos, they're not long videos, they're very short. I would say the longest one may be 12 to 13 minutes long, if that long. Okay, very short videos, but it's very succinct and to the point, and it'll get you thinking. Well, if you go and research this information that's coming out through these videos, then it will lead you to a whole plethora of information, and knowledge that will help shift the way that you think, to help guide you through all the different turmoils that's in our societies around the world. It's a very, very valuable knowledge-based information. And so we really encourage you to do that. And then also, if you go down just a little further, you'll see our newsletter. We encourage you, if you don't do anything else, we encourage you to join our newsletter. Just put in your name and your email and hit submit, okay? And that way you'll be a part of our email database where you'll get our email updates that go out every week. And that way you can stay in tune to what's going on with 14 Eagles. And you'll get video presentations of how to go through the process. You'll get a video presentation about how the gifting platform works in detail, you know. And most importantly, you'll get our video of the week that we send out, giving you information that you don't get on mainstream media, that you don't get from governments and corporations. All right. It'll give you a whole different perspective of what's really going on out here in the world and in your community. And so that's why we encourage you to get our newsletter, sign up for our newsletter, and get on our email database so you can get the information that we put out, so you can stay up to par of what's going on in 14 Eagles. All right? Now, the next thing that we like to do before we go any further is to continue to put you in the frame of mind that you need to be in to be involved with 14 Eagles, to really get what 14 Eagles is all about. We're going to show you a quick video that really puts it in perspective for you, okay, of why 14 Eagles is doing what it's doing, why 14 Eagles is here, all right? And so I want you to take a look at this video real quick, and I want you to share this because this is being recorded. So for people that you may have invited that weren't able to come on Thursday night, please send this video out to them so they can see what 14 Eagles is all about, so they can understand what we do and the concept of what we're going about, how we're going about doing this. All right? And I think that this video right here, Are You a Connector, really puts it in perspective for you. Listen to this.
Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources, a shortage of people, specifically obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. But it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hard-working masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change. It already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. But we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution, who are ready to thrive in the connected economy, and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause, product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere, with anyone, at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, If you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution, instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it? Are you ready for the details?
All right. Every time I see that video, I swear I always see something I didn't see before, or understood something that I didn't understand before. And so it's a very, very powerful video to me, because it really encompasses what 14 Eagles is really all about, and what we're trying to get across to others, as in the way that we're building this virtual community of ours. All right, we're here to really help people. And it's just showing people how to help each other is the key to all of this. All right? And that's one of the reasons why we don't make money here at 14 Eagles. All we do is give gifts and receive gifts. And so the main function of this whole platform in our virtual community are the people, are people helping each other. And that's the key. And that's what we're trying to foster here. If we're trying to sell anything, we're trying to sell that concept of people helping each other. And as we do that, then guess what? The money automatically follows behind. All right, the money automatically comes. All right, and so right here on our community website, if you come to on the video tab, on the menu tab here, if you click on 14 Eagles video, you'll see our video presentation of the platform. And this is where you want people to come to take a look at the platform, our gifting platform, on how our gifting platform works in the 14 Eagles community. And once you understand how the gifting platform works, then all you got to do is come down here and you'll see the whole process on how to sign up. Okay, how to sign up. It's step-by-step instructions on how to sign up, how to get set up, how to send a gift, and how to receive gifts. All right, everything is right here for you. And also, if you sign up for the newsletter, you'll get a video presentation showing you the same thing. Okay, and then that way you can help others in this process. Get with the person that invited you, and they can help walk you through this process. Very simple process. It takes you every bit of about 5 minutes to go through this process and get yourself in a position to where people are sending you gifts, okay, and we're all helping each other, all right? So it's very, very simple process. And once you start that process, then you'll start to understand what's really going on here. And then, like I said before, we don't make money here at 14 Eagles. All we do is send and receive gifts. But if you want to make money, then that's where we're partnered with other companies. And one of them is Fund Me 24/7, which is a part of Dynamic Trio. And Dynamic Trio has a trilogy of platforms that's dealing in the crowdfunding industry. Okay, crowdfunding industry, which is an industry that's really has taken hold since the pandemic started. And so with this, Dynamic Trio has a very successful trilogy of platforms that work synergistically together to help you to raise funds for whatever you want to do. Powerful, powerful stuff. And so we partnered with them because they have the same philosophy as 14 Eagles. We're here to help people get out of debt, because we feel debt is the main cancer of our society. And we're helping people to get out of poverty, which is a symptom of debt, is what debt does, is put people in poverty. Okay? And so we're trying to get rid of both of those things. So if we're both trying to do that, we might as well come together and do that together. Does that make sense? And so Dynamic Trio is doing a fantastic job of doing that. And you really want to take a look at the Fund Me 24/7 platform that they have in Dynamic Trio, which is also led by the Feed Me 24/7 platform, which is a feeder system for the Fund Me 24/7. And then they also have a third platform, which is called Fund Me to Infinity. And that one there, if you really want to make some money, you really want to take a look at that one, okay? And so, you know, we're partnered together to try to help people to make money as well as build a community at the same time. And that's why I said the community is the key, because none of these things work without the people, right? Does that make sense? It really doesn't work without the people. And so we're trying to make it to where you can build a community of people, of your peers and of your family members and of your friends, okay, to come together in a seamless way, and where it doesn't cost you a lot of money to do that, all right? Especially dealing in 14 Eagles. All you want to do is give. As long as you're giving, guess what? You'll put yourself in a position to receive. And so the key to this whole thing is building a community, okay? And so as we do that, we find ourselves getting connected with other companies and other businesses where we can make money. And you never have to go in your pocket to do that, all right, if you do this the right way. Then we also have partnered with another company called Cutting Edge Techno Solutions, CETS for short, where this company is literally building communities from the ground up, literally. I'm talking about digging dirt up, building buildings, creating products, furniture, renewable energy, the whole 9 yards, all in the technology field, okay? And they're training people to do this, to build their own communities from the ground up. Powerful, powerful stuff. We're partnered with them, okay? And then we also have Hyper Community that's teaching people about cryptocurrency, okay? And there's other companies that we're going to be bringing in, that partnering with, that's along these same lines. So we're going to have everything that you need to learn, to do business, to do all those financial things that people like to do. But at the same time, at the core of that, we want to show you how to build your community, to build your virtual community that drives all of this to work. Does that make sense? Okay. So now, a lot of people say, well, look, Brian, I understand the gifting platform and it makes sense, but $2, I can't really make any money with $2. I get that all the time. I get that all the time. $2 is just not enough for me to really do anything with. And see, that's why we want people to look at that video row that I was telling you about, because that puts you in the right frame of mind to understand what we're trying to do here. See, we don't want people to really focus on the money. Although we're talking about money, we don't want you to focus on the money. We want you to focus on the community, okay? Because just because $2 may seem small, that $2 can really add up if you build a community, right? See, I guess the best way to really show you and what I'm talking about is another little video called the Millionaire Challenge. Watch this for a second.
Reach their fortunes. In order to do this, I want you to pretend that I can grant you one wish from two choices. Choice one is this: I will give you $1 million. Or choice two is that you get 1 cent that doubles every day for 31 days. On top of that, you have to drive 1 hour north to meet a friend of mine named Vendela. She will double your cent and give you 2 cents, and then you have to drive all the way back home. Then on day 2, you take your 2 cents back to Vendela, and she doubles your 2 cents and gives you 4 cents, and then you drive back. Well, you do this every day for 31 days. Which would you choose? $1 million or 1 cent doubled every day? Well, as a factory worker, it wasn't even a contest. $1 million for me, please. Who wants to run around for pennies? Here is where we find out that ignorance is not bliss. If you have a calculator, you can follow along and check it out for yourself. In day 1, you have 1 cent. Day 2, you double it and you have 2 cents. Day 3, you double it, you get 4 cents. That doubles and becomes 8 cents, and by the 10th day, you'll have $5.12. How embarrassing if you took the penny a day. Let's look at the 11th day. $5.12 doubles and becomes $10.24, then it doubles and becomes $20.48, and then it doubles and becomes $40, and in the 20th day, that doubles and becomes $5,242.88. Well, it's still not looking too good if you chose the penny. But what happens in the 21st day? 5,000 doubles and becomes 10,000, 10 doubles and becomes 20, and on the 28th day, $671,000 doubles and becomes $1.3 million. But wait a minute, we didn't agree to 28 days. We agreed to 31 days. And so on the 29th day, 1.3 doubles becomes 2.6 million. And 30th day, 2.6 million becomes 5.3 million. And in the final day of our agreement, day 31, $5,368,709.12 doubles, which is $10,737,418.20. Now who's laughing all the way to the bank? This is what the smartest man in the world, Albert Einstein, said when he was asked what he thought was one of the most powerful things on earth. He said that the eighth wonder of the world was compound interest. And so here's how we can make compound interest work for you.
All right. So now, watching that, knowing that if you take a penny and you double that every day for the next 31 days, you would end up with $10 million. See, if you didn't have the right shift in your thinking, you would never imagine something like that has the possibility of happening. No one ever thought that a penny could add up to that much within 31 days by just doubling a penny. This is what the shift in thinking is all about. Okay, if we can just get that little shift in our thinking, then the small numbers is not as small as we think they are, right? Math or the numbers don't lie. They're an exact science, right? So now the only equation that you need to put into that are the people. That's it, the people. The people are the key. That's why we say community is the key. You know, I've always said that if you take $1 and you put that dollar on the table and walk away, that dollar will just sit there and do nothing. Okay? It'll just sit there. And see, and until someone picks that dollar up and does something with it, right? The energy of the people is the most valuable part of this whole equation, not the dollar. See, we have put too much emphasis on the dollar and not on the people. And that's been done on purpose in our society. Okay, trying to get people all hung up on the money aspect and therefore the lack of money. And so we get so hung up on that and we lose our perspective on what everything is really all about. But if we can just tweak our thinking, shift it, get into that little paradigm shift, if you will, and then you start to see things a little differently. You start to act a little differently. You start to move a little differently, okay? And it's all about helping each other. And when you get into the mode of service to others and helping others, then guess what? Things start to change right before your eyes. Okay, and it's so subtle because it's so organic when it happens. And this is what we're trying to get across at 14 Eagles. Don't put so much emphasis on the money. Yes, we understand people need money. We understand that. But we have to learn how to manifest the money. Okay, learn how to manifest the money through our actions and through our thinking. You know, shift our thinking into where it really needs to be, through the people, through us, okay, through helping each other, and the money will automatically come. I hope you can see that. This is what we try to get across. See, here's the thing. We're showing you how to put yourself in a position in this community where you don't have to chase the money. The money will chase you. Isn't that a good position to be in? Where the money is chasing you down? See, this is where we're trying to put ourselves in. This is the type of position that we're trying to put ourselves in. So we have to learn how to manifest what we want. And it's not always just money. It could be any other thing. Whatever we want and whatever we need can be manifested through just a shift in our thinking and the intentions that we put out into the universe. I hope that makes sense. So what I want to do right now to close this out, I always like to close it out with our #1 song. We've 14 Eagles has adopted this song. We're trying to get a Grammy for this song because it is so much fun. It gives the right energy. It puts money in its perspective, okay? Because money is just a tool that we use. That's all it is. And so we know that if we're doing the right things, if we're putting out the right energy, if we shift our thinking in the right direction, in the right way, with the right purpose, guess what? Money will come to us. We can manifest the money. We don't have to go chasing it. We don't have to go hurt other people or put other people in harm's way just to make $1. Okay? It's all about help. It's all about service to others. And if we learn how to do that, guess what? That abundance of finance will come to us. It will come to us, even when it's least expected. Okay? And so we want to take this song and we want to make this song get a Grammy. So we're going to end with this song right here. This is the new 14 Eagles song, Money Is Coming to Me.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe money keeps coming to me. It's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me, and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. More than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. Feel like it's already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to save. Plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me, and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Well, more than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. I feel like it's already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to pay, with plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, that I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, that I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, and I receive it. Come on, come on, come on. Feel like it's already here. Come on, come on, come on.
All right, money is coming to me. So we're here every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless something comes up, we're going to always be here. You can come to the 14 Eagles community website, and on the Contact Us tab, you can click on that, and right here you'll see our link that will bring you straight to the webinar. if you can't come to the webinar, just call in on the call-in number, and it'll put you in, and you can listen in. We also have a sizzle call number, so you don't have to know how 14 Eagles works and all of that, or just to get somebody's interest to see if they're interested in taking a look at 14 Eagles. We got the old school sizzle call numbers that you can send out to people and let them hear about what 14 Eagles is all about. All right, and then if you have any questions, you can always email us at controltower@14eaglesden.com, and you can also call us on our member service number, 301-684-1216. All right, and that way you can get your questions answered. We can get you going, get you moving. If the person that brought you in is not available, get with us. We'll help you get going and get started. Okay, and really get you to understand what 14 Eagles is really all about. Because as you can see, we're more than just a gifting platform. Okay, we are a virtual community. Even if you have a business that you want to promote, we'll show you how to promote that through our community website as well. We're a full-based community, a virtual community, and we want to keep it that way. All right. So with that being said, I think for those that were able to come tonight, we're really appreciative of you coming, because you could be anywhere else tonight, but you chose to be here, and we really, really appreciate that. And for those of you watching the video, recorded video, we really appreciate you as well. Get this out to as many people as you can so they can see what 14 Eagles is truly all about. So with that being said, thank you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talk to you soon. Peace, everybody.